Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I'm coming to y'all live a little bit earlier today. That's because my day is getting started a little bit earlier as far as the tasks and things that I need to accomplish. I want to just show y'all, of course, my view. It is the one and only your Riverside Walker here coming to you live, and I walk it like I talk its face. As I've started to do each morning, man, it's 53 degrees outside, y'all, or at least it was when I woke up. Oh, today I'm not used to the cold just quite yet, so I'm letting my body get more so acclimated to the feeling that I feel, the sensations that arise being in this cold weather. Yesterday, I complained. I was so upset at myself for selecting my fleece line hoodie instead of just a long sleeve shirt. But now, they say hindsight is 2020. Now being back on the other side of another day, a colder day, what I realized was all of that was continued preparation. Such is what this phase of my life is like. It's just continued preparation. I don't know what lies ahead. I know what lies behind me. I know where I am right now and how I feel about it. And I have hopes, dreams, and aspirations waiting to be filled on that other side. But I can't be in a rush to be to that other side or put myself in a space to try to live that other side, not knowing yet the actions that I need to take in the here and now. If you're joining me live, say what's up. I feel your spirit. You out here with me. Um, I can't even do my workout like I normally do. It usually takes me like maybe like an hour and 45 minutes to do 6 miles, which is what today was supposed to be. But I have to go out in the world and be of service. And I have a couple meetings scheduled back to back for this afternoon. So your girl got to get it in. But one thing I wanted to talk about today, which is like, it's super important. And a lot of people overlook it. They don't really give it the value that it deserves. They don't give it the consideration that is just due. And that's intention. What are your intentions for today? What are your intentions for the rest of your life? What are your intentions for the way you move through life? What are your intentions for the people that you hold dear in life? All of those questions are super important once you take a moment to stop and really let them sink in. But we as people, we as the Black community have always been programmed for forward motion. It's just like we can take whatever, we can take on whatever. And, I'm a Black woman, so I really got that mentality. And I was raised by, you know, three strong women who had that same mindset. And I appreciate them for laying that foundation within me. But now I am at a position to where life for them doesn't 100% look the same as life for me now in 2021. So I have to, in a sense, almost take that part of the equation, add my now to come up with a new answer. And it's not so much to say as I'm out here trying to reinvent the wheel or I'm trying to circumvent the struggles or the challenges that the generations before me had to go through. But in a way, that's kind of not my now. Family is still important. Family is the thing that was kind of most important to them, and they, put themselves into that aspect of their lives, which I have that trait as well. But family starts with self. Who are you within your family dynamic? What intentions do you have to be the person that you are, or the person that you're meant to be within your family dynamic? If you don't set your intentions, then you can't honestly say what actions need to come in the latter, what actions need to come morning once you set your intentions. Intentions are the thing that gets you in the door. Commitment is what solidifies your place and wherever you're supposed to be. What that means is you can intend to join me on Walk It Like I Talk It each and every morning, virtually or in person. You can intend to do that. You can say, hey, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I need to do. These are the clothes I need to buy. This is how I need to structure my schedule. Yada, yada, yada. But as you can see, I'm clearly still by myself. So there's commitment that needs to follow. And I know, because I've heard it, I know to some of you, like what I do can seem intimidating, like what I do in the mornings when I, do the 5 and 6 miles and come the first. For me, it's actually jumping up to 6 and 7 miles each day. I know that that can be intimidating. I know that there can be a level of disassociation of, oh man, she doing too much. That ain't what I'm trying to do. That ain't what I want to do. Yada, 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 this, that, and the third. I done heard all the excuses. Trust me, I've been talking to people for a while about joining me on my outings. But nothing's going to change, nothing is going to improve until you put the commitment behind it. So maybe the shift in your commitment needs to be your view, your vision of how you're seeing this thing that I'm doing. If you got questions, ask. I'm here. I'm open. I'm transparent. We can talk about it. If you have a desire to get out here, but there's something you feel like is holding you back, if you have a million and one excuses, excuses are like bum holes. Like I tell Layla, everybody got one. But if you are serious about how you move through this thing called life, then maybe it's a good time for us to connect. Maybe it's a good time for us to just talk, because that's all the connection is. It's just talking. I'm not saying I'm here or designed to be everyone's coach. I'm here to live my life and help those along the way that I'm meant to. But even in that statement, that doesn't mean that I'm just like, forget everybody else, because there are different levels of people's readiness. There are different levels of people's intention, and there surely is different levels of people's call to action. And I understand all that going back and looking at my own experience of where I was when I was in those places and spaces. And let me tell you, it's okay. Wherever you are at this present moment, whether it's within proximity, Tulsa, Oklahoma, good morning, what's up? Mindset, heart posture, whatever the case may be, wherever you are at this very moment, it's okay. It's all about where do you want to go from this moment? What do you want this moment to be? Is it the thing that is going to define you? Or is it the thing that is going to fuel you? Because there is a difference. If you allow it, the space to be the thing that defines you, you'll start to look at yourself as, oh, well, that's all I am. That's all I'll ever be. That's all I deserve. That's all I'm ever going to get. And that's not true. But if you let it be the thing that fuels you, then it's, man, I'm never going to have that again. Man, I'm bigger than that. Man, I deserve better than that. And that song is in my head. Man, so back in the day, down south music, y'all don't know nothing about that. But anyways, yeah, it's just like it can be the thing that changes and propels your way of thinking more, more so into forward motion instead of a backward retreat. And I hope y'all can still hear me because what street am I walking down? Oh, I'm walking down. Oh, Riverside. To me, in my head, Riverside is two different things. Hey, Quarter, good morning. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Auntie, look at you. But it's true. Like, everybody has a story, everybody has a starting point that they came from, and a point right now that they are arriving from. Are you going to be the phoenix that rises from the ashes? Are you going to be the lotus that rises in the muck? Or are you just going to be a log in the swamp? It's a difference. Me, as with, these walks that I do, my intentions are clear. It's forward motion. I actually wrote this in my journal the other day to say, you know, I practice self-analyzation and self-actualization. And what that is just me taking time to sit with myself and understand my place in the universe at this present moment in time. And whenever I do that, there is, good morning, a certain level of my performance in life, but mainly from these walks that I analyze. Because where I am being able to walk, where I am being able to jog, where I am being able to capitalize on the goals that I set, from the intention of the distance or the time or the pace or any of that stuff that I put into my field of vision, it's all significant for me. It may not mean anything to anybody else, but it means the world to me. And we never knows. I had to be intentional. So when I wrote in my journal the other day, I was intentional about just conveying 100% how I felt in that moment. If I felt less than, if I felt unhappy with my performance, whatever the case may be, I had to let it out. I had to express it the best way I know how. I talk to people about it, but don't nobody know nothing like my journal knows something, okay? But like I would see older people, and I'm trying to keep the sun out the view because I refuse to walk backwards. It's not gonna happen. But there we go. Hold on. All right. I see older people, kind of on my walks every day. And some of them, like, I feel like they're struggling, to do the little jog walk or whatever it is that they're doing outside of like regular walking. But in analyzing my journey and seeing where I am, I understand now that we have kind of the same goals, which is just sheerly forward motion. I, coming off surgery, I know my ankle isn't right because of the type of surgery that they had to do. Like they had to split a tendon from my foot and wrap it around and replace the ligament that I tore on my lateral side, which is the outer side of my ankle. Like that's extensive. And so for me, I started looking at my performance or lack thereof from my previous mindset of when I was able to just be a regular runner and didn't have these things up against me. And I was comparing my previous mind to what I felt was the situation with the older people. But once I actually, like I said, sat in a space of self-actualization and fully realized like everything, then I understood my intention at this point should only just be to continue to move forward. And if I can apply that particular mindset, if I can have that mindset, yeah, good morning. If I can have, see, I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, I see him all the time. I see other people all the time. Um, but if I can have that mindset shift, if I can have that mindset evolution, I can have that mindset growth in one particular aspect that's like on the grand scale of my life, to some it may appear insignificant. But if I can have that one time, then I can go out and do the same for other areas of my life. And I can continue to evolve as it pertains to my mindset. I can continue to evolve as it pertains to my transformation, because that's currently what I'm on. That's where I am. There was a conversation the other day that I was a part of where they were talking about, like, we done been through a great recession. We've been through, what else? These hurricanes, um, Black Lives Matter. Like, we've been through all of these things, which for some people, it will continue to weigh them down. It will put them in a space to feel like, well, if all these things keep happening in the world, then how can I feel something greater is going to happen for me and to me? But what that continues to do for me, it continues to put me in the mindset of like where I am. I'm in a place where we as Black people were thought of as less than. We were here. We, I don't know if y'all can hear me. It's Amber Alert. Okay, let's see. Sorry about that if it cut off. There was an Amber Alert that went off on my phone. But it continues to put me deeper into a mindset of I'm here. I'm in a place, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where Black people were thought as less than. They didn't think that we were going to amount to too much. They didn't think that we were going to contribute too much. They didn't think we were worth too much. So they put us in this 36 block radius, thinking that they were containing us, thinking that they were confining us, thinking that they had set us on a path of destruction. But little did they know the resilience of my people. We occupied that space. We grew. We showed up. We showed out. Black owned banks, Black owned schools, Black owned hospitals, Black doctors, Black nurses, Black teachers, all Black everything. Okay, do you hear me? And all of the traumas, if you will, economically and socioeconomically, that I've been around for, they just instill that sense of the history of Black Wall Street, of just because you start somewhere, that don't mean that's where you're gonna finish. Just because you feel like a little amount is all you've been given, that's not all you have. You gotta be intentional. You gotta wake up and commit to going out and getting it every single day, whatever getting it is to you, because it's your vision, it's your life. You only got one shot at it. What is that? Now I said all I got is one mic. That same mentality can apply to life. If y'all don't know, like I listen to music, I watch movies, like all of that culture, it's instilled in me. I'm sorry, it comes out when it wants to, but it's true. Like you can sit up here and you can blame anybody and everybody else for where you are, the fact that you haven't got to a point to where you want to be. Your dreams are still unfulfilled. Your kids are still unruly. They're not applying themselves. They're out in the streets. There's only so much of that that you can blame on other people. And I'm not saying blame yourself. I'm saying take account for yourself, because Everything starts and stops with you. And there are levels to where that sugar honey iced tea should stop at. If you know that your intentions towards a certain thing have been transformed into action, and you took the action that you felt that you wanted to take to make sure that thing was designed to flourish, and if it didn't flourish and there's someone else that's involved in it, that don't necessarily mean that that's your fault that it didn't. It doesn't mean that you have to take that weight on. Just understand that maybe that there's another level of growth that needs to come within that particular space. There's another moment of opportunity yet to be seized. And be okay with that. Be okay with where you are. Don't harbor in it. Don't lament in it. Don't let it be the thing that's like 1,000 pound weight sitting on your shoulders. You're here right now, but just focus on where it is that you want to go. Like me. Right now, I got a ways to go. Not a ways to go, but I'm still on it. I'm still moving. I have not stopped moving since I started this trek this morning. No, I'm not running or jogging like I normally do. I am walking, but I am still moving. I am pushing on and I am pushing forward. Right now, I'm at 3.48 miles. I have slowed down in my pace a little bit. My average mile pace is 17:10, but it's okay because I'm getting to my overall destination on the journey. So, with that being said, set your intentions for the day. If you are not awake yet, wake up and let this be the first thing that you watch. If you are awake, but you haven't, good morning, but you haven't yet decided to roll out of bed, if you're still hitting the snooze button on your iPhone, Android, whatever the case may be, stop doing it. Get up, be intentional, go out, be in this world, see what it has to offer. And if this ain't, the positive, good vibes, full black girl magic that you're ready for today, that's okay. You can watch this a little bit later. It ain't going nowhere. And neither am I. Good morning, Will. I want to thank all of y'all for joining me this morning. Hopefully, some of you all will make the transition to join me because it's beautiful. Even though the weather's a little bit cooler today, it's still beautiful. Life is beautiful. To be able to get up, get out, keep your feet moving forward, there ain't no feeling like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. I should be able to get 4 miles in today. I'm going ahead and finish up this last, a little less than a half mile that I have to do so I can go be of service and touch up some twists that I did um, for one of my other mamas because she's about to have surgery. So y'all keep her in her prayers and send, positive vibes to her and prayers up to the big guy. And then I have a couple meetings for this consult business that I'm doing. And then it's back to the grind of building my own legacy. So I will see y'all again tomorrow on the other side of Riverside and on the other side with more intention set for the day. Y'all have a good one.